Hello everyone, so today we're gonna check the performance for my RTX 4070 Ti on this Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're gonna see if you should buy in 2025. Before I continue, I'm just gonna show you the first and the most important thing you should do. Go to your NVIDIA app. This is a new application from NVIDIA. Before we were used to use GeForce Experience. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the system, and then you will see all of the settings for your displays and everything. But you want to go to performance, and there is gonna be a setting called automatic tuning. So what it will do is kind of take around 15 to 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, depend on your computer. It will kind of analyze what kind of settings your graphics card can handle on your computer. So as you can see, mine currently got 102 megahertz additional, and VRAM tuning 200 megahertz additional. So that's something you should do, the first and the most important. One thing I would like to say before I continue: if you're using like default airports, like you're not using any kind of additional airport sceneries, the 4070 Ti can actually handle the graphics on ultra settings. Just for the reference, I'm gonna randomly go into this airport. Before I continue, I'm gonna show you my settings, and as you can see, it's all on ultra. Some of them like are on high. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna use all of the settings to ultra. And as you can see, I'm using NVIDIA DLSS super resolution and quality to balanced. You can set it to auto if you want to, but I would prefer like DLAA or quality, this one. So I'm gonna go for DLAA for now. And by the way, we are also using frame generation. As you can see, it's pretty smooth. So I'm gonna turn on the FPS. By the way, the in-game FPS counter is not showing the frame generation FPS. It's kind of just showing the original FPS, in the raw performance, you can say. That's something to keep in mind. So you can expect like we should be getting around 30 to 40 FPS, because if I just see, this is not 20-25 FPS. This is way more than 20-25 FPS. So that's pretty good. So what if I go out, and you can see we have loaded like really far away, like we are on ultra graphics, and this is pretty good, pretty recent. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. It all depends on your scenery. If you're using like detailed airport sceneries, you're using city sceneries, you're gonna lose some FPS. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to this KLX airport. I have special scenery for this airport, which is really you can say GPU intensive. For that, I also have to turn off the frame generation because I do not have a lot of VRAM for this option. Alright, what a weather today we have. And please don't crash, please don't crash, please do not crash. Thank you. So as you can see, we are getting pretty bad FPS because we have a very detailed airport scenery, and we are maxed out to like ultra settings, so that's pretty bad. And on top of that, we have a lot of clouds, as you can see. By the way, if you guys don't know, I also turned off this traffic settings. That thing affects a lot on your FPS. And as you can see, I have 0 vehicle density, aircraft density, and worker density, because I don't want any of those extra animations to be loaded on my game. I just want to fly this flipping aircraft and just enjoy the game. I don't care. If you care, you can turn on to like 10%, 20%. It's totally on you. So as you can see, if we don't move the mouse a lot, we get pretty decent, like 30 plus FPS, which is playable, to be honest, on ultra settings. If we move around a bit too fast, you will lose a lot of FPS. As you can see, it jitters a lot. At that moment, you can also expect some sort of crashes. I would prefer to move the mouse really slowly. That's something you can do to avoid the crash. So let's just take off. Do we have parking brakes? Yeah. So let's see how the takeoffs perform on this dense area. Oh, this is gonna be a rocket launch since we are very light and on full power. We don't have a V1. Let's just rotate. Oh, we are heavy. God damn it. Gears up. Alright, let's see the performances. pretty decent, not gonna lie. Oh, there is a jitter, but as you can see, we have like ultra settings, man. Gotta love that sound, man. Beautiful. Since we are above the ground, I'm gonna turn on the frame generation just to see, and it is pretty smooth now. So there is one thing I don't like about the DLSS DLAA. It's because of this ghosting effect. So for that, I have another setting that you can use, which is set the anti-aliasing to TAA, and you will also see a setting called AMD something sharpening. By default, it's set to like 50 or maybe 100. I don't remember. But you can set it to like 40 or maybe 30, because what it does is kind of, you know, add some sort of sharpness into your edges. I'm gonna show. Oh my god, there's a lot of jitter. As you can see, it's pretty decent, you know, it's not bad. So if I go and set it to 100, maybe let's, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna set it to 200. You'll see like a lot of details has been found. As you can see, man, the quality, it's pretty good, not gonna lie, it's pretty good. So far the graphics card is handling pretty good, and that's all because of the auto tuning we are using. And as you can see, we are like really low on the graphics temperature. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to land this plane. Yeah, so there is some jitter, but that's bearable in my opinion.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
That's a slam. So that jitter was caused by the frame generation. We're gonna exit the runway.
Auto brake off.
Thank you. Beautiful landing. So the one last thing I'm gonna try out, which is we're gonna test the FPS above the sky, just to see, you know, how it performs. We are so bad on FPS right now. We are so bad. We are literally so bad on FPS. Just take it out from the airport. So as you can see, as soon as we took off from the airport, we got some FPS, pretty decent. You can see we are getting pretty decent FPS now, and if you see on the ground, you can see that we have pretty decent scenery loaded. So if you would ask me if the 4070 Ti is capable of handling this game in ultra settings, yes it can, but if you're using the 4K monitor, you probably cannot. But if you're using 4K, you don't even need like ultra settings. You can play this game on high settings or maybe medium settings, because the rest of the detailing you're gonna see on your 4K monitor. 4K itself is a quality in my opinion, and the only thing you wanna keep in mind is this card is not suitable for the frame generation, especially for this game, because this game requires a lot of VRAM if you want to use the frame generation. Because if you see this frame jitter, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section what do you wanna see in the next video. That's pretty much it. Peace out.